All right, folks, God bless you guys. And woohoo! Yes, it looks like it's sort of working. Oh, whatever. It's just, it looked like it was sort of working. What's up? No. All right. Yay, it's working. So anyway, all right, guys. So anyway, last night Clay and I were working out some of the little kinks. And we had some overlapping programs doing the YouTube live broadcast, and it's gonna work. We got it worked out last night mostly. I may be able to add some extra cameras and make it even more interactive. We'll be working on that this week. I'm gonna really be in the container this week, doing a lot of broadcasting live, and I'll that email link that we gave y'all, I'll put it in the description box again here today. And by the way, so here's the thing. That email link is so you can send us your email address, and I will send you out a notification if I'm going to do a YouTube live. We'll do a group email. Now, here's the thing, guys. Last night I looked in the chat room and someone said, would it be possible to contact you and email you? And I read that on the air and I said, not really, because, I'm so isolated now because I had so many people coming at me at one time, and I was trying to open my arms wide and embrace as many people as I could. And I'm telling you, man, I had some really bad experiences. The devil sent his minions through the crowd, and I had some very tenuous moments. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. So here's the thing: the email address that I give out to y'all, to give, so you can send us your email address. That way, we will send you a notification. That is all we'll use your email address for. And it'll never be for anything except just to give you a heads up notification that there's going to be a YouTube live program, because a lot of people are saying they're not getting notifications, and I don't rely on YouTube, nor do I trust YouTube to do it. Sorry, but I don't. I've seen too many things where they've taken down my videos and where they've jacked with the numbers of views, and they're trying to suppress, numbers and all stuff like that. So anyway, so if we have our own email list, then I can email everybody, say, hey, tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we're doing a YouTube live, 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. That way people in other countries, you'll get an email and you'll know at what time I'm going to do it. I'm going to be broadcasting at very different hours than I used to, because in foreign countries, because of the time changes, most people have to stay up till 2, 3 in the morning if they wanted to catch the radio or what I was doing at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. So anyway, I'll be doing stuff at, sometimes 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., just depending. I'm going to try and really overflow data now. It's data dump time. And so anyway, so I'm really excited, guys. It's going to be awesome, because it worked really well. So what did y'all think about the drawing, the pen thing? The pen thing works great, right? Makes it a lot easier to see those dead sheep when I draw it in right in front of you, right? So, I mean, cool stuff. So here's another thing I want to share with you guys. This is amazing. This is so crazy right now. So I know we're coming into the end, all right? If you're watching the geopolitical scene, you know what's going on with Israel and Iran. You know the Michael Flynn thing really has nothing to do with Russia. It has everything to do with Israel. You should know that we are entering into the coyote lighting the match in front of the big pile of TNT like on Bugs Bunny. It's gonna happen. It's gonna blow up. So anyway, tonight I was gonna do a video on, on this thing. It's a mad, 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 mad world. See, because last night during the program, I showed you guys a scene from this movie, that it's a mad, 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 mad world. And I wanted to show y'all something that was just fascinating. You know, the Statue of Liberty sits on top of what's called a hendecagram, and the hendecagram is an 11-pointed star. And so I decided I would go back and I would, show you guys the meaning of a hendecagram. It's an 11-pointed star that the Statue of Liberty sits on, and it represents what's called the Kelipot, which is the host body system. And the Queen of Heaven, which is represented by the Statue of Liberty, is standing on top of it because she rules over it, and she is a representation of Thamuel. The twins of God is the name of one of the Kelipot of the Kabbalah, the shadow side of the Kabbalistic tree of life. So anyway, what's really fascinating is I was going to do like a little search and gather some data for you guys just to show you, hey, the Statue of Liberty is the Queen of Heaven, represents Lucifer in the fall. And that's why it says the mother of exiles. And everybody in the human race is traced back to mitochondrial DNA, which comes from the mother to Eve. That's why they worship the Virgin. They worship Eve. And that's why they have midnight mass on Christmas Eve. Do you get it? Even the word Eve, everybody thinks it means evening, right? Think outside the box. Why do the Catholics always have midnight mass at Christmas Eve? Yeah. Now you know, and they got a giant dead sheep altar, and you turn that dead sheep upside down. It's a female reproductive system. I mean, come on. So it's a no-brainer now. So anyway, I was getting ready to do this video for you guys tonight on It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, and I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do it in just a minute. But what's really crazy is when I did my search, this other website came up. And this is very odd. Hang on. This is what came up right here. This is what came up. Now, by the way, the person that's the light in the dark, whoever you are, good job. I appreciate what you did. If y'all want to get a really quick, be able to read and understand, I'm going to put this link to whoever did this website. You did a good job. They used all my information and they put it in a very understandable way. The Statue of Liberty symbolizes the Kelipot host body system that has been kept humanity in the dark for ages. Okay, that Statue of Liberty actually represents Thamuel, or, Isis standing on top of the hendecagram, which is the 11-pointed star. But this is correct. I mean, I'm just clarifying. So the Statue of Liberty symbolizes the Kelipot host body system, which is correct. She's standing on top of it, ruling over the twin system, holding the light above her head. And by the way, that is also a penis in her hand. Absolutely a penis. So anyway, so whoever this is put together a pretty good, conglomeration or amalgamation of information. And you can go through and there's videos, and these are the videos I've done, very clearly pulled this information out of the show notes. The number 11 represented an 11-pointed star the Statue of Liberty sits on, which is called a hendecagram. It represents the Kelipot. There it is right there. Exactly. And see right there, regular hendecagrams. Pull that right out of Wikipedia. Good job. The Kelipot literally means peels, shells, or husks of the tree of knowledge. And Jewish Kabbalistic cosmology, the Kelipot are metaphorical shells surrounding holiness, which is us, and we are being self-cannibalized. So anyway, this is a really good place to go just read. And I would read all this. They are spiritual obstacles. The Kellipots are the host bodies, receiving their existence from God only in an external rather than internal manner. Isis, which is represented by the Statue of Liberty, not only holds the light above humanity, and that's why she has a torch above her head, but she is the goddess of duality. Oh, you mean like the twins? Okay, so, and see, I was going to give you all a little more education on that, and I ended up on this site that somebody has taken. Apparently, the person is light in the dark. Good job. And has taken the show notes that we have, has taken the videos I've done, and put it together in a nice package for you. Also, Alyssa Howard and Eric Harless have put together 2 other websites that are just absolute gold. One is The End Has Come. Let's see. This one, the key, www.thekeystothekingdomofheaven.com. And this one is www.thisisitbeforethefire.com. Anyway, and so you can go to these websites and navigate them, and you can get, all kinds of just tremendous, all the information in one place. What's really odd is when I was looking, to give you guys this little education on the host body system and the goddess of, see, this is really important, the goddess of duality. Look at it and say it. Goddess of duality. Look at it and say it. Look at this. Look at this. The goddess of duality is standing on top of an 11-pointed star that is called a hendecagram, which represents the host body system that you are trapped in. And so it's an evil or impure spiritual forces that act as, as obstacles for that holiness that's inside of you. Okay, so she rules it. Mother Goddess rules over the 11-pointed star. What's even more fascinating is that 11-pointed star, when you do your homework and you understand that it actually the 4 and 5 points on the star represent the approximation of DNA, what it would look like when it bends light through a prism. Just stop and think about that for a sec. And I can show that to you again. That's part of the show notes. So anyway, this is one of my DVDs, I believe, or it's one of my videos. So as you go through this site, they've linked it to all this other stuff that belongs to, this ministry, or it all belongs to the Lord, but this is what the Lord poured through me. So whoever you are, and I believe this is the person I've seen in the chat rooms, light in a dark place. Good job. And anyway, now let me get back to the email address. So if you want to send us your email and you want us to send you like an email to give you a heads up, like a day in advance, before I'm going to do a YouTube live thing. And you can also leave a short message to me, and I will try and respond. But remember this, please remember this. I'm one person. And what happens is a lot of people want to send me a lot of stuff. The longer the stuff, the less chance it has of getting read. Some people send 15 pages. I'm like, I can't do it. It's impossible. I mean, I had to erase 54,000 unread emails. I couldn't read them. No one can read that many emails. It would be my entire life. And so I understand that a lot of people would like to get together and talk about stuff, but just the reality is I'm only one guy, and and I'm a father, and I'm running this ministry, and I have a lot of other people that are you know, that kind of depend on me for a lot of stuff. So anyway, all right. Now let's talk about It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. Let me show you something just amazing. Okay. During the show last night, by the way, I'm sorry. I'm going to put this link right here. I'll put this link right here. I'll put this link right here, as well as this link, as well as this link. These are all links to my information. I'm going to put all those links in the description box. And if you guys want to get your education, go get it. This is gold. And I think this is also the Lord letting me know something. I think the way this happened and the wall of flames that ended up in front of my face when I clicked on this, I think that's the Lord telling me, Johnny, you're there, you're at the door. I think the set of circumstances is just too weird for me to be looking up a hendecagram, because I know exactly what a hendecagram is. And I could have explained it to you without any props or anything, but I did a search and I ended up on this. And it says it's over. New York City and Statue of Liberty host body Kelipot system to be destroyed videos. Well, that's absolutely correct. And that's why the Lord had me carve that in my container. And whoever did this, look, they took an image of the container. Here's the inside the container right there. There's the tidal wave covering it. And they put that right there. That's right out of our show notes. The Kelipot host body system, and put it right there. Good job. Very good job. And then if you want to see an amazing job of other information, look what Alyssa and Eric did, and Dave the Wave. They put together these two sites, and you guys can navigate these sites. You know, we got all kinds of stuff you can look at. But here's what I think is fascinating. I think this is a way that the Lord's letting us know this.
He is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of all creation.
For by him all things were created in heaven and on earth,
visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities.
All things were created through him and for him.
He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. And he is the head of the body,
the church.
He is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that in everything he might be preeminent.
For in him all the fullness of God
was pleased to dwell, and through him to reconcile to himself all things,
whether on earth or in heaven, making peace by the blood of his cross.
Yes.
Who for the joy that was set before him
endured the cross. He was wounded for our transgressions.
He was crushed for our iniquities.
Upon him
was the chastisement
that brought us peace.
And with his stripes
we are healed.
All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned every one to his own way. And the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all.
But Christ was raised from the dead
by the glory of the Father.
And he who raised the Lord Jesus
will raise us also
with Jesus.
He who did not spare his own son,
but gave him up for us all.
How will he not also with him
graciously
give us all things?
And if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. This is it.
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 This is
it. This is it.
This
is
it.
Wow. I mean, what are the odds? Just, you know, what are the odds? What are the odds, guys? What are the odds I would end up on my own stuff via some other pathway looking up a hendecagram. You know what I mean? That's just so odd. So anyway, so now let's do a kind of fun thing. I want to turn you guys on to this. Watch this. Okay, so the hendecagram is the 11-pointed star. See it? And so she rules over the twin system. Okay, and I've shown you that the twin system is this, and they use the letter W to show it. So if you take let's call this the Roman numeral 5 and that the Roman numeral 5, half and half, and then we make a W. Let me reduce it so they match up. There we go. So you take 5 and 5 and boom, and half and half, and it makes a W, a double U. And the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And think of one is right side up and one is upside down. The good one's right side up, the bad one's upside down. Jesus was crucified on a tree right side up. Peter was evil and was crucified on a tree upside down. The tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Okay, so now let me show you something. So y'all know that this intersecting V's or Roman numeral 5s make a W, and that represents the system. Okay, take a good look at that. That is the understanding of it all right there. That's why, just like I said, the Twin Towers, one burned the other one. That's what it represented when they burned them down. And that's why this is the apotheosis. They have, Washington, exitus acta probat. The outcome justifies the deed. That's Lucifer saying the outcome, which is getting his new host body, which is a one world freedom tower. Remember that Barack Obama wrote, "We remember, we rebuild, we come back stronger." So now instead of having twins under the arch, you have the two that have become one. Let me show you what's on the top floor observation deck of the One World Freedom Tower. Let me see. There it is. Watch this. So here it is. Watch this. They replaced the Twin Towers with what? The One World Freedom Tower. And look what's on the observation deck floor. Oh, see, the two V's have come together as one thing with the triangle on top ruling over it inside the circle. Look at that window. I mean, really? That's the observation deck from this One World Freedom Tower. That's Lucifer saying he's accomplished his goal. We remember, we rebuild, we come back stronger. www, va va va, in Hebrew, alphanumeric 666. Okay, now let me show you guys a movie. This is going to be so cool. Okay, now look, I'm 55. What are the odds? so crazy. I'm 55 right now. I mean, I don't think I'll see 56. I got saved when I was 40. Did you know 40 is the number of regeneration, rebirth? Let's see. It rained 40 days and 40 nights. And then there was a new earth, a refurbished earth. Let's see. Moses, he was on the backside of the desert for 40 years. Jesus went into the desert to fast for 40 days. 40 is the number of rebirth and regeneration. I got saved when I would turn 40, so my life has been planned out to a T. So if I'm 55, and I'm showing you that exact paradigm, I think that's kind of a little bit of a high sign by the Lord, letting us know that I don't think Jonathan Kleck will see 56. And my birthday is 3/16, by the way. Yeah. So anyway, so let's check out this movie. I want to show you it's a mad world. Now, y'all remember in the twin system that the Queen of Heaven, she stands on top. See, she rules over the twin system, like the intersecting V's. And that is represented by a hendecagram, an 11 pointed star. See? So she rules over this system, the V intersecting the V. That's what this represents. Okay, so watch this. Let's go to the movie It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. Okay, so here, if you go and you go do Google image and you write, you know, it's a mad, 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 mad world. Look, here's the cast standing in front of the two intersecting palm trees that make a W. See, there's one V and there's another V. And look, let's count the people. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I want to make it full screen. You're kidding me. What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's insane. Okay, so in the movie, It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. And here is the cover to the movie right here. Look, right there. There's one of the covers. Look. Same thing. Two V's intersecting, making a W. And this is the greatest mystery of all mysteries to understand this. Okay, watch this. So, here's another picture from It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. And every time they're standing in front of these palm trees, let's count how many people there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, let me enlarge my screen again. What? I've known this for a while. That's insane. So that represents the Kelapot, the twin goddess that rules over the twin system, which is exactly this. I mean, that's just nuts. That's like 1 in a gazillion. So now let's really get into this. Watch this. This is going to blow your mind. So in the movie, It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. Okay. Let's just take, this is an older movie. It was made in 1963. So for you younger folks, I don't expect that you would ever have seen this. I'm 55. I remember watching it as a kid. And there's this guy, he's in a car wreck, and right before he dies, he shoots off this cliff he shoots off this cliff in his car, and the car rolls. And so a couple of cars stop to go check on him. And before he dies, he's like, hey, there's this treasure, and it's buried under this W. So let's take a look real quick. It's a Mad, 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 Mad World is a 1963 American epic comedy film produced and directed by Stanley Kramer, starring Spencer Tracy, with an all-star cast. Look at that. Think about that. All-star cast. About the madcap pursuit of $350,000 in stolen cash by a diverse and colorful group of strangers. Okay, so let's go down to the plot. Okay. Smiler, Grogan, Jimmy Durante, an ex-convict, wanted by police in a tuna factory robbery 15 years ago and currently on the run, careens his car off a twisting mountainous highway, State Highway 74 near Palm Springs, California, and crashes. 5 motorists, look at that, 5 motorists, V, stopped to help him. Melvin Crumps, Dennis Lynn, Peg, a furniture mover, Dingy Bell, and Benji Benjamin, 2 friends on their way to Las Vegas, and J. Russell Finch, an entrepreneur who owns Pacific Edible Seaweed Company in Fresno. Just before he dies, literally kicking a bucket, Grogan tells the 5 men about $350,000 buried in Santa Rosita State Park near the Mexican border under a big W. So, okay, so let's watch the end of the movie real quick. Watch this. Okay, so let's watch this. So the whole movie's gone on, and now, all these actors, it's, that shows some guys trying to stop the other guys, and, because everybody wants to get the $350,000. And now let's watch as the mystery of where the treasure is happens.
Well, we all know that. Look, there's no reason. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's him, all right. Yeah. You got this wrong. I can't apologize. We can't. I'm your friend. No, you got me. Oh, he's so neurotic. Can't you do something?
Okay, look where he put the pick down, because they're supposed to dig up a treasure. So he drops a pick. Look at the flower bed he falls in right here. Look at where he falls. Okay, keep watching.
He's very neurotic. I'm your friend.
Look.
I tell you,
Listen to the music.
Why, that's it. Sure. Look. It's a big W, I tell you. It's a big W. Look at it. From nowhere. All right, wait a minute. There's not enough room, man. You're bugging me. What are you talking about, bugging? Cut out. What is this cut out talk? Out, baby, out. Don't call me baby.
All right, so.
I tell you, I'll kill you, you dirty robber. Oh, yeah.
So even in this movie, it has the mystery of all mysteries hidden right in front of your face. And in the movie posters, they have 11 people representing the hendecagram, run by the dual goddess, Themule, Isis. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, hendecagram, twin system. Wow. The treasure is right under it. Isn't that just fascinating? Yeah. Anyway, so that's why, CNN's so evil. Cannibal News Network, So anyway, I just thought it was so fascinating. I wanted to show that to y'all last night. But the audio didn't work when I was trying to do the YouTube live thing for it. So anyway, there it is. Let me show you an advertisement at the pharmacy. I went by Walgreens, and it says, "Embrace your wild side." Is that a U and a U? Look at the letter W. Now look, one girl's got her eye open. She's got this eye open, and this eye closed, and this girl has this eye closed and this eye open. Let me show you. She's of darker racial origin, and she's lighter, And so let me show you the system here. Let me show you how to see how simple this is. Watch. Okay, so I'm just going to draw it in for you. There it is. Boom, 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 boom. Because together they make the one system. You get it? New beauty. Embrace your wild side. See, because you got a good you and you got a bad you. Got a light you and a dark you. You got a right side up you and an upside down you. You have a double you. Isn't it just amazing? And then, I mean, seriously. Now here's something really odd. When I was looking at this, I was like, wow, that's interesting. Why is it $350,000? Is that significant? So I typed in significance of 35 right here, right? So 35 is the sum of the first 5 triangular numbers. Weird. Making a tetrahedral number, the Alicut sum of 35 is 13. Wow, that's the number used for God. Thus being the second composite number with such an Alicut sum, the first being the cube 27. And I thought, how odd is that? So I looked it up. And sure enough, It all has to do with triangles. Wow, isn't that fascinating? The whole, the whole thing always, see that triangle right in the middle? There it is. I mean, it's just mind-boggling that this all fits together. There it is. I can take this right here and go boop, 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 boop. There it is. I can, we can take any one of these, and tomorrow we're going to talk about in the this group what's going on in the racial scene. I wanted to show y'all a picture before I do this, because I don't do the race card thing. That's nonsense. I'm going to show you guys something. See if I can find it real quick. Let me show you my best friend. Okay. So y'all know. There's me and Chuck Norris and my best friend Alvin Francis. My best friend is black. I've been in martial arts for a long time. And I got to, Alvin is friends with Chuck Norris. I was in Alvin's dojo. The black guy is Alvin Francis, Karate Martial Arts Hall of Fame. That's me and Chuck Norris and Alvin. So my best friend is black. So don't try and pull the racial card on me when I get into this thing in the name of Allah and show y'all what's going on. It's pretty crazy, because this guy right here, Jay-Z, he wears a big ass medallion around his neck. See it right there? He wears it all the time. You see what it is? It's the same as this thing right here. Let me show you. Y'all, I'll let y'all go do your own research before I do the video. Let me show you what that goes to. And we're starting to see this thing called Black Lives Matter. Let me tell you something. Black lives absolutely matter. All lives matter, though. Okay, that thing that whatever his name is, Jay-Z is wearing. Members of the 5% Nation subscribe to the idea that all white people are weak, wicked, and inferior, as stated by Michael Muhammad Knight, who has written 2 books on the 5%ers. As he put it, whites are described as an errant child who needs to be corrected. While Smith claimed that black women did not contain God in them and were seen as subordinate, he still believed they held a higher standing than white people. The name of the 5%ers comes from the notion that only a mere 5%, think of the Roman numeral V, 5% of all humanity know the real truth about existence. Okay, now, if you want, you can go do it yourself and do Google Images and type in 5% nation of gods and earth, and you will start to see a lot of people that are icons, like what's his name, Jamie Foxx, the one that says, and Barack Obama, my Lord and Savior, Barack Obama. Jamie Foxx is part of it. There's Jay-Z, and a bunch of other leaders of the black race. Well, that's okay. Like I said, no one can go play your race card on me, because that's my best friend. And I was the only white guy in an all-black dojo. I was the only white guy there on the east side of San Antonio. I learned how to fight pretty good, pretty quick, because I was a beating post for a lot of time. So anyway, it's very fascinating that in this paradigm of the V and the V, the 5 and the 5, you have guys like Jay-Z wearing these big medallions in the name of Allah, with the crescent moon, the number 7, and the star, which represents the 5% nation, the only that know the truth. Well, let me show you something. You're talking someone that knows the truth, and the truth is Jesus Christ. Anyone that tries to understand the information and thinks they know the truth about, the alien or serpent seed thing within us, but they try and keep it secret, That tells you who they are. The Bible says the light makes all things manifest. Jesus is the light. That's why I'm making it manifest. That's why I'm able to show you so much data that is irrefutable. Like, remember the series V? See your eyes? We are of peace always. Right. Sure you are. You see the letter V? You see the two buildings in between it? Yeah. And then on the other poster, it's us versus them. But the battle is internal. Again, that's why Marina Abramovich has spirit cooking, because it's real. One spirit's cooking the other one. See, it's us versus them. Host body system, goddess of duality, 2 in 1. And it'll make sense of the entire world, folks. I mean, this literally makes sense of everything. It makes sense of the entire Bible. The Bible will blow your mind now. There are 5 foolish and 5 wise virgins. Oh, yeah, we're going to get into Jeremiah and Luke 10 and some other stuff that I put off to the side. I really want to drop some scripture bombs on you guys, because I love it when the Lord, gives me some scripture bombs that are just like nuclear scripture bombs. All right, well, I'm really excited, man. Jesus is coming. The end is coming. Now, listen, please. We did our last radio show on Friday. I am no longer on the radio. The radio was one of our major sources of continuing what we do. I have had in the last, several days. Y'all know George, the one that got saved, that was working with me. The one who was healed from 10 years of having these anxiety attacks where he passes out, and, he gave his testimony. He's completely healed of that. He has a large lump at the base of his skull now, and they thought maybe it's staph infection or possibly, but he is down for the count right now, kind of out of work. We had to jump in and help the family, his parent, his mother-in-law and father-in-law. His father-in-law is VA. He had a heart attack a while back. It kind of messed with his ability to think correctly. And so the VA was paying their rent and didn't pay it for several months. So George's parents-in-law, I guess is the right word, were evicted from their residence. And so we're trying to pick up some slack for them, try and help the family. Another family, young lady today, who I know, she's got 2 young children, and she's not married, but the guy that she had the children with, he's been hooked on ice for a long time, and he just walked out on 2 little kids, and Gabby, who I know, who's got these 2 little kids. So we're jumping in on that. We're jumping in on whatever we can. The end is very close. We should all do what we can to help when we can, if we can. That's all I'm asking, is if you can, if it is part of your ability, if you can help out to help us help them, please go to the link, PayPal, jk@jonathankleck.com, or please try and send us, to our P.O. box. And by the way, those are listed in our websites. I never really go and look at that stuff, to be honest with you. I don't go through the websites that are up and go through that stuff. I just don't. I'm so busy. But anyway, but I'm sure y'all can navigate it. P.O. Box 91281, San Antonio, Texas 78209. So if you want to send something there or something to the previous thing I showed you on the website, that would be awesome, because there's people that really need a little bit of help right now. And y'all should know this. Y'all should know that the end is coming. There you go. Y'all should know that the end is coming. And The only thing that really makes any difference anymore is, you know, what do we do? What do we do with our time? What do we do to help others? You know, that's it. I'm willing to lay down my life for the good of everybody, and to give you all this data, and to go through what I've gone through. And I'm not going to go through the list, but if I did, you guys, your jaws would be on the floor, because there was times I did not think I was going to make it because of all the stuff and the cliff that was just falling on top of me in order to get this information to everybody. So I want to thank the people. I want to thank Alyssa Howard. I want to thank Eric Harless, Dave the Wave, Clay U Daily. I want to thank Light in the Dark. You know, I want to thank all the people that have helped disseminate this information to lead people to the knowledge of the truth. Jesus Christ is the truth. And I'm sorry, unless you've turned things upside down, you haven't seen the truth. There's no way. It's impossible. So anyway, maybe tomorrow we'll do the Acts of Peter, just to really drive the point home, and I'll give you guys a couple folders. All right. I'll try and get all these links in here. I'm going to load this up now. And peace and grace. Let's watch it one more time. Let's see. Wait. Yeah, it's check it out. Wait, watch this. See, it's a mad, 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 mad world. Look at the Vesica Pisces on the balloon. See it? Yeah, there you go. There's your Vesica Pisces. There's Jonathan Winters standing in front of the big W. I mean, let's listen to the music one more time.
To go one step further, let's get one thing crystal clear. The process of buying a car sucks.
Oh, neurotic, can't you do something? Oh, yeah, sir. He's very neurotic. I'm your friend. Get my hands on you. I tell you,
Listen.
Why, that's it. Sure. Look. It's a big W, I tell you. It's a big W.
Oh my Lord, the mystery of all mysteries right there. And that's where the garden's growing. That's just crazy. Anyway, all right, that was fun. I enjoyed it. You know, I'm having fun now because I know the information's gotten out there in a variety of forms, and other people have picked it up. And like I said, for anyone that's new coming in, you should start right here at this one, and just start reading all of this and watch all these vids, because, and then there's links to, there's links to our websites. So there you go. All right, folks, God bless and good night. And tomorrow, more than likely, I'll be broadcasting YouTube Live. I'll try and send out a reminder in the morning. So I'll have Clay put all the details in this video in the description box, on, you know, the link to send your email address to you, so we can send you a reminder. And like I said, if you're trying to contact me and you want to keep it short, please keep it short. And if you want to, some people, if you want to leave a phone number, sometimes I can call you. I will always call from a blocked number. My number got out a couple times and never again. So I will call from a blocked number, and you know, there it is. That's what I can do. But I do like to maintain contact with, you know, the body of Christ. But it's a very tricky thing, being me and watching out for total, you know, freaking assassins sent by the enemy. And it's, you know, it's the way it is. All right, take care. Bye-bye.